morning. It is Monday, July 27th, and just like that, the month of July is almost gone. So my bee season's starting to wind down. I've still got my honey supers on. They'll be on for maybe at least another week, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. Kind of see how it goes. Usually we're starting to taper off by now, but this year's been totally weird, and I've been actually making some honey, which is surprising me. So I'm feeling rather blessed at the moment that I'm still going to make some honey this year. So about 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago, I dropped queen cells in most of my hives, and now it's time to check them and see if I've got mated queens. So that's today's goal, is to go through as many hives as I can that I put queen cells in and see if I can have some mated queens. If I do and I can find the queen, I'll mark her. Sometimes I just don't find the queen, but I find eggs and larvae, so I know there's a queen there. It's going to be hot today, so I'm out early this morning. We do have overcast skies today, as you can see, which is going to help with the heat, but we've been hitting triple digits, and the forecast for the next 10 days is near or over 100 degrees every day for the next 10 days. We have a little bit of monsoon moisture in the air, so that's what's kicking up all these clouds, and every once in a while we get a little bit of a rainstorm, but very localized, and it comes and goes pretty quick. I don't know, it doesn't look like we're going to get too much this morning. I suspect we'll probably clear off here in a little bit, maybe not, but anyway, that's the goal for the day. Go through these hives and see if I can find some queens. So let's get into it. Okay, these bees may not be very happy to see me this morning. I don't know that they're up and moving too much yet. So this may be an adventure. Now this hive, I did not replace the queen on it, so this is more of just a quick check to see if they're doing anything. And they're not really doing much. Starting to draw a little comb in this box. But really not too much at all here. We got a little bit of honey there. All right, let's just go down a box and see if this queen's laying at all. That doesn't look terrible. But they're really only covering about these last two frames. They don't have too much going on over here. Putting a little bit of nectar in that, but really not much at all. Probably move it to the middle. That one's got some nectar in it. And this one's all honey. I can feel it. That's mostly honey. Oh, there's my queen. She's right here. Not a great brood pattern on her. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's not too bad. Okay, so she is here. She is doing okay, not tremendous. I'd really like these bees to draw out this other box for winter, but probably what I'll end up doing is taking this box and swapping it with another hive and putting it on another hive. That's probably what I ought to be doing. Okay, I am doing some probiotics. There's that. Let's check this next hive here. I think what I'll do is take this top box, which is probably full, and drop it on the other hive. That'll give them a box for winter. Oh yeah. Tons of bees up here. All right, this box is filling. I'm going to set it over here. It's got a few full frames and a few empties. So that's going to go there. Let's pick this up. And let's see what we got here. Take that out for a minute. Make sure the queen's not hanging out there. You can sometimes tell whether they've got a queen or not just by the way they're acting. They seem to be okay, not too jittery. They've backfilled this box right here quite a bit with nectar though, so I may have to do some rearranging of frames. Yeah, this is all backfilled. Not exactly what I want. Oh, completely backfilled. No sign of a queen yet. Probably got pushed down on the bottom box. Okay, so I've got a little bit of capped brood here, but this is probably left over from the previous queen. Okay, this is all pretty well backfilled with nectar. Not quite what I'd like to see. I'll leave it that way for just a minute. Go down to the next box and see if she's down there. These are oxalic acid sponges that I've made. They've just about ran their course now. Nothing there. Again, they've backfilled this. Lots of pollen. Again, leftover brood from the previous queen. Just looking for that queen. Or at least sign she's here. Man, they've got her plugged out. If she's here, she probably can't lay anything. There's no room. Okay, here was the queen cell. And they've completely cleaned that out, so I assume she got released. Most of that's backfilled with pollen. seem to be fairly calm, but I'm sure not finding any queen or any sign of a queen. If I can find a queen, even if she looks like she's a virgin, then I'll leave her for a little bit, give her another week. I'll probably give them another week anyway, just to make sure that the queen isn't just a little slow. Sometimes they're a little slow getting mated. But generally 2 weeks is enough time. Yeah, not seeing anything yet. Yeah, still don't see anything yet. Since I started putting in these frames with just a small piece, a third of a piece of foundation, and leaving each side of that open for them to draw their own comb and put drone brood in there, boy, they've quit putting brood between the boxes. I'm amazed at how well that works. Quite like it. Okay, I still don't see a queen. I don't see anything down in the open drone cells. I've got pollen coming in. I'm seeing several bees with pollen on their legs. That's generally a pretty good sign that there's a queen. I'm sure not seeing her. If she's here, I'm not seeing eggs and larvae either. Well, I can't spend all day on one hive trying to find a queen that may or may not be there. Got one more frame here. Well, I didn't see her, and I don't see signs of a queen. She doesn't have hardly any room to lay, though. Like, none. So I think what I need to do is probably open up this brood nest a little bit. Which means I'm going to need to pull out a few frames and move them around. Okay, we're going to move this one up. Move this one up. This one. Oh, it's not what I wanted. Now I need some empty frames. I don't have very many empty frames. Okay. A little bit of chaos going on for a moment. Okay, that gives her 4 frames of drawn comb to lay on. Now, let's see if we can get this put back together and get these bees settled down a little bit. That goes there. Goes there. That goes there. Okay. Put this empty box in the middle. See if that'll encourage them to draw that out. And I am going to pull out some just foundation frames. Replace them with these honey frames that I pulled out of the other box. Okay, and one more box to go. Okay, no sign of a queen there. All right, that wasn't quite what I'd like, but that happens. So let's go to the next hive. See what we can see. Again, they're backfilling the brood area with nectar, which is a bit of a problem. That's probably the biggest drawback that I have with requeening at this time of year. Is they tend to do that. Instead of putting the honey up in the supers where you'd like it to. A little bit of leftover drone brood. And believe it or not, I don't know if you can see it, it's trying to rain. That's okay. I'm used to beekeeping in the rain. Bruce taught me how to do that. Okay, nothing up here. These two are honey, I can tell that. You can see they've pretty well destroyed that sponge. I think I'll just take this one out. Again, leftover drone brood, left a little bit of brood from the previous queen. The overcast skies, I can't quite see down into those cells. This looks like it could have been the left remnants of a queen cell. Well, I've got open cells, but nothing in them. And I don't see a queen there. I'm not finding a queen. Queen cell that I put in. Definitely nothing in there now. They've cleaned that out. Okay. These are a little more agitated now. I don't know if it's just because I'm digging further or if they're just agitated because they don't have a queen. They don't seem completely frantic like they usually are when you don't have a queen. Yep, I don't think I've got a queen here. At least I'm not finding one. I'm not seeing any eggs or anything. Well, that's not what I want to be seeing. Oh, I've got a virgin running around right here. Okay, so we're going to leave her. She just hasn't started doing her thing yet. So we're going to close them back up. Okay, so that one's got a virgin queen. She's just not laying yet. Well, that's what I'm doing. Just going through, trying to find queens. If I see a virgin, then I'm going to leave them alone for another week. This last one, she's there, but she's not laying yet. So give her another couple of days and hopefully she'll start kicking in and start doing her thing. I'm going to go through as many hives as I can today before it gets too hot. And if it gets too hot, then we'll continue tomorrow. Appreciate you watching. Have a great day.